Right. Hello, guys. Happy Maybon. So I can't be here that long. I wanted to come and give you guys a channeled message from Hecate about love. Since today is Friday, it's also Maybon, or either the autumnal equinox, whichever one you want to call it. You can call it the fall equinox. You can call it the autumn equinox or Sabbath or whatever you call it. So this is High Priestess Jamil. I got a really important channeled message about love and witches. Okay, as far as with love is concerned with witches. Um, First, I want to get into the discussion of how Hecate came back to me. How did I reconnect with her? So I reconnected with Hecate probably like just a month ago is when I reconnected with Hecate. And it was obviously her that was getting in touch with me. She always is right on time every time. Um, she was she was wanting me to put my energy towards something else. So me and her kind of, I don't want to say that we clashed, but I feel like she taught me some very hard lessons for certain things that I won't bring up. But so this was like maybe about 8 or 9 p.m. in the evening, probably about 10 p.m. I was laying on the couch and I kind of began to have like a lucid dream, like I was asleep, but I hadn't actually fallen asleep. It was almost like I went to sleep, took like a little bird nap, and woke up. So I'm laying on the couch and I fall asleep, and it was so weird. It was like I got sucked into some kind of vortex, is how it felt. Because all of a sudden, I heard a dog. I don't have a dog, I have a cat. But I fall asleep, and this dog, it was almost like it was in my ear, and it sounded ferocious. I didn't even realize it at that time. In fact, I had forgotten about it until like maybe a week or two ago. And I thought to myself, oh my God, that was Hecate. So it was really strange. I wish I could make the sound of the dog, but it was just like, oh. And I woke up like it jolted me awake. It was so amazing. And Hecate, if you guys know anything about Hecate, Hecate loves dogs and she has a connection with dogs. Hecate will communicate with you through dogs. And so this one sounded more like a hellhound, but I still knew that it was her. And it was a phenomenal experience reconnecting with her, having her come back in with such viciousness was pretty amazing. Okay. Because the dog felt so real that it like my, like, you know how when something jolts you awake, that's how it was. It was just like a jerk. I was like, what in the world? But anyway, she has a message for the witches, specifically about the witches, about love. Here's what Hecate has been telling me. If you are a witch and you want a man, get a man. But that man has got to be into the craft. He cannot be a man that's into other things. He can even be a Christian witch, but it cannot be a man that has any that looks down upon witchcraft at all. That's what she's saying to the witches. She's saying, get You a man that is into the craft. Get you a man that's either open-minded or practicing authentic witchcraft himself. She's saying to the witches, do not get involved in these complicated relationships with these men that are trying to change us or convert us because they're way too stressful. Okay. Most of the time, when men are witches, though, or if they practice, they're not usually narcissistic. Not usually. I can imagine that some of them possibly could be, but she's saying get you somebody that's your equal. Get you somebody that regularly goes and buys stones and incense and does their rituals. Okay, um, is what she's saying, because you and that man will be able to connect on a better level, as opposed to a male that either is too religious or does not have any spiritual knowledge at all, because they cannot help us, they cannot assist us. What she's saying is that those types of men are going to lead us to doing everything ourselves. They don't want to have an understanding. They are off. They are not on the same tempo that we are on. Okay. So she's saying to the witches, be true to yourself. Get a man that is into witchcraft, or either a man that ain't too bullheaded, that's willing to do what you say and listen to you. Okay. Now, another thing that she told me is that she feels that a lot of women feel as though there's a shortage of men. She's saying that if romantic companionship is what you want, and there's a shortage of men, and you're tired of dealing with and running into these men who all of a sudden want to call you the devil, they want to mistreat you, they want to discriminate against you in the relationship. Because there's been relationships a lot of times where the man will constantly be trying to beat down on the woman, constantly down on her because she practices the craft. Okay. Or it's just a shortage. Okay. Like, it's hard to find. I mean, I personally think that all men are seriously. I feel that most men, a majority of males, period, it doesn't matter what race they are, doesn't matter what age they are. I feel like a lot of them have flaws that it takes us. It doesn't take a witch to deal with that, because a witch is an alpha female. She is. Even if she's one of those innocent fairy witches, she's still an alpha. She needs somebody that is her equal. And being a witch or a warlock definitely makes you alpha. Okay, it doesn't matter, even if you practice the craft just like a woman, it makes you an alpha male to be a witch automatically. Okay, now she's saying that if such a man doesn't exist, then be with a woman. That's what she told me. If romantic partnership is what you want, if you want somebody that you can build a life together with, and because I mean, men are like a dime a dozen. Okay, and a lot of us have lots of dollars in the bank. However, to be with a witch, you have to behave a certain way. And she's not feeling like the behavior of a lot of these males are up to par. She feels that a lot of them are too weak, too stupid, too indoctrinated. So she's saying Well, then go and be with a witch. If you want a romantic relationship, then maybe you should. Maybe you should go and be with a woman. I'm pretty sure that a lot of women have done that because we just don't want to deal with a disaster. You don't necessarily even have to practice witchcraft. You can just be a strong, intelligent woman. You don't want to be bothered with that stupidity. A lot of women will put up with it. I think that the older we get, the less patient we get. You get tired of dealing with it. You get tired of dealing with the hurdles and the struggles and the strain and the stress that those types of men can cause you. So she's saying either he's a witch or get you a woman, one or the other, because she feels as though they're putting too much stress on us. Okay. She feels as though they're putting way too much stress on us. They're not respecting our spiritual beliefs. Every Sabbath, I've noticed, even with men on YouTube, they always have something cooked up for the Sabbath because they have no respect and they're stupid. They're not intelligent. Okay. They don't realize just how silly they are for messing around. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Some crazy stuff happened, and that's why I can't be here too long. Because I'm on my 4G right now on my phone. I'm surprised that it's working so good because at first it was kind of rough. Can you believe that somebody on the day of the Sabbath, I heard that somebody cut the fiber optic cable. What was it like what did she say? Somebody cut somebody did something to damage the internet, so the whole city of Stone Mountain is without the internet through this one provider. If you have this provider, why would somebody do that today? But yesterday was a very good day. It really was. Maybe that I don't know why somebody would do that, but that's strange. Okay, so it's gonna take them like 24 hours to get it fixed. I had to reschedule some things, but we'll be back on track tomorrow evening. Um, but isn't it coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I don't think that it is. Okay, I really don't think that it is. So that's why I can't stay here that long because I don't know how stable this connection is. I wonder if it's back up and running yet. I don't know. I haven't checked in a while, but that's what Hecate wants us to know. Stop sending yourself through all this stress with these unaware males. Okay. She feels as though they require way too much work. She feels that they cause way too much stress. And that the problem is that they are not your spiritual equal. Okay. They're not your spiritual equal, is the problem. For example, today is the Sabbath. Oh, I think the internet is back, you guys. Hold on, let me see. Oh my goodness, my prayer to Saint Expedite. I believe that it worked. Hold on, let me see. I don't know. Oh no, no, it hasn't worked yet. It's not working yet, y'all. Darn it. Yeah, they said it was gonna take them a minute to get it back up because of apparently what happened. Apparently something happened to the connection. So, for example, today is the Sabbath and today is Mabon. Today is the autumn equinox. And, they're on some bull crap. Some of these men, they're just on bull crap, trying to make you jealous, looking stupid, looking foolish. trying to disturb your groove. It's like I ain't even with you. What you talking about? Like, why are you? What are you doing? I don't want to be with you. You're not witchy enough for me. I like male witches personally. That's what I like. I don't like a I don't y'all already heard me talk about choir boys. I'm not into choir boys at all. Okay. I'm not into men that are afraid of their own shadow and afraid of their own power. I'm not into that. I don't care who you are. You can be born halfway out of my butt, and I don't want nothing to do with you. I will roll right over you and pass you. I don't have time for this. Okay. So, anyway, that's pretty much what she has been talking to me about. And if a man tries to get with you and he's not the one for you, just tell him that you're celibate. Usually it works if you tell them, no, I don't think I want to go out on a date with you. Why? Because I'm celibate. Or I don't want to see you. Why? Because I'm celibate. That's a nice way of saying to somebody, you just ain't up to par for me spiritually. You're not. Okay. So anyway, y'all, that is the message that I got from Hecate. Okay. And when you get you a man that's open-minded, then he is more of a help to you than a hindrance to you. Okay, like for example, helping you get set up for rituals, helping you get set up for ceremonies, being respectful. Okay, being respectful, honoring you as a witch for the things that you have done for them. You know what was my main aggravation the last time I dealt with a muggle man? I call them muggle men. And I'm gonna start nicknaming them Gizmo. Okay, we're gonna start calling them Gizmo, y'all. This man had all these demons and ravens and spooks and all these daggers being thrown at him. And because I cared about him, I helped him a lot. Like literally felt like I had saved his life over and over again. And this man never appreciated it because they just don't see it. They don't see what you see. You can see the daggers coming for him. You can see the bad energy coming for him. And because you care about him, you'll do something about them and they'll end up being extremely disrespectful and unappreciative to you. So they have to understand. If they don't understand, then they gotta go. I had a man tell me once, I don't think you're a witch. I think that you're crazy. And I looked at him and said, well, I think you're stupid. And it's just the end of the conversation, hon. Who cares if you don't like witches? Who cares if you don't like witchcraft? Stay away from us then. Stay far away from us. There's a lot of men that love witches, and there's a lot of women that love witches. Keep that in mind. So if you're a bisexual witch, maybe you should go in the other direction. That's all I'm saying. Because really, relationships is not even about, a man's phallus. It's not. It's not always about that. It's about companionship, respect, compassion, and duty, is what it is about. And I cannot be with a man that is trying to lower me or devalue me or trying to take over me. I will put all kinds of curses on him. I cannot deal with a man like that. I cannot deal with a forceful man. I cannot deal with a stubborn man. I cannot deal with an ignorant man. That's just me personally. Okay. So, and oh, I think also we're at a new moon also. So this is a perfect time to just cut the cord and cut ties with those kind of men and not let them come back. My grandmother used to tell me, you just got to snatch that band-aid off. Just snatch it off. Even if it hurts, sometimes you just gotta let a man go, even if it hurts. Seriously. Because, it just I don't like being aggravated and annoyed constantly, especially when it's fake and it's ill. I'm not even gonna get into detail about it, but it's ridiculous. One of them kind that because when it comes to witches, we tend to keep a small circle, and we're not trying to impress anybody. We don't particularly care about that. That's not important to us. We do things because we want to do it. We don't do it just so that we can try to impress or debase or defame somebody else. We don't, usually witches don't do things like that. Okay. So, that's just, it is what it is, it's weird. It's very, very weird. Like I said, these types of men, I spoke about it the other day. I said, these men are just completely obsessed with us. They cannot stop watching us, and they cannot stop talking about witchcraft. If you are not into witches or witchcraft, stop talking about us. Clearly, either they are into that particular witch, or they're into witchcraft. They're curious about it. Okay. Or they could be a blood life sucking parasite or a leech as well. Okay. And we got a ritual for that. Okay. Because some of them will try to feed off of you. Always, thinking that your heart, and really, to be honest with you, once you've done the cycle over and over again, I'm the type of person where I just stop caring. I'm just looking at you with no response. Like, what do you even like? What? Oh, honey, you are just not on the same page with me at all. Goodbye. Respectfully. Anyway, okay, y'all. I will see y'all later. I got to finish up some stuff. All right. Y'all have a good one. Hope y'all enjoyed this message from Hecate. Make sure that y'all hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And I will see y'all later. Blessed be.